Overwatch Champion Series Korea playoffs are here, and you know what that means? It's prediction time. But before we start predicting, I'm gonna quickly talk about the teams, how they got here, and how well they have been doing recently. So, Fnatic made it here, but as the lowest seed of the tournament, which was kinda surprising. In the play-ins, they got 3-0'd by Hashokdan, and then they beat Vec 3-0. So it's really hard to say where they are right now, power level wise. But since they lost convincingly against every one of the top 4 teams in the group stage, and now they lost against Hajakdan, them making it past the opening round is very unlikely, and their odds are astronomically low. Hajakdan were the other team to make it through play-ins as the 5th seed, which means they get a winnable match, right? Wait, who were they playing again? Oh, never mind. Hashokdan beat Fnatic 3-0, which is something. But in these recent weeks, we haven't seen much of them, so it's hard to say how will they do in these playoffs. Speaking of the 4th seed, oh Zeta, they lost all their matches in the seeding deciders, but all of them were 5 maps, so even though they didn't beat anybody, they're at least able to compete against everyone, even though they were not able to close out any of the 3 series they played. Still, Zeta are looking at least pretty good heading into the playoffs. Oh, Falcons, Falcons, Falcons. You have been playing decently well. You have showed multiple different lineups, different strategies, but still, they haven't been that second place team that they were in stage 1. Sure, they beat Zeta, which is good, but they lost against Pokerface. Sure, you can make the argument that these seeding decider matches don't really matter at all, because you are in the playoffs anyway, but that match actually mattered because the winner got the 2nd seed, so they just lost against Pokerface. So, Falcons are in an interesting position. They should make it past the opening round, but yeah, they have to play slightly better if they wanna be the 2nd best team in Korea. Pokerface have been trending upwards. First, they finished top 4 in the group stage, which was pretty good and kinda unexpected because most were probably predicting Fnatic to be the 4th team. And in the seeding deciders, they beat both Zeta Division and Team Falcons, which is pretty good because in the group stage they lost against both of them, although they were competitive against them. But now the results were pretty much opposite. So Pokerface have been looking a lot better. Pokerface have actually just utilized their map picks really well also. And because they got the first round bye, they are at least top 4 and should, in theory, make the Asia main event because even if they lose their first match and the 3rd place match, they will at least go the wild card, which they should win. So Pokerface are looking good, and yeah, not much else to say. Their players have been playing pretty well. Now let's talk about Crazy Raccoon. That was a pretty long map win streak, and a lot of people were saying originally that it's probably going to continue through Korea playoffs and the Asia main event. But no, it didn't. So dropping 2 maps to Zeta. Are we starting to see cracks in the indestructible Crazy Raccoon armor? Do we have cause for concern? Not likely. Sure, Zeta played well and they are a really good team, but that match didn't really matter that much. Because Crazy Raccoon had already secured the first seed, so they probably didn't give 100%. I'm not 100% sure about that because I didn't watch the whole match. I only saw a few moments, so correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Crazy Raccoon should probably win this. Finally, we get into the playoff bracket. How will this play out? To be real with you, I think the opening matches are just trios. But who will Crazy Raccoon pick? I think it's gonna be Falcons. I could be wrong, but they have been beating them pretty convincingly these last few times. Both times in this stage being 3-0s, so they're probably gonna pick them. Because against Zeta, last time they dropped 2 maps, and the first time they played, Zeta almost took a map then, so I think they will go with Falcons. And I think they will 3-0 them once again and make it into the finals. Which leaves the other match in the second round to be Zeta versus Pokerface. They have played twice and are currently 1-1. Both times it was a 5-map series, and this time I think it's Zeta's turn to take it in 5 maps again. Now the final. Crazy Raccoon should take it. I don't know if it's first 4 or first 3, but like probably 4-0, 4-1, or 3-0, 3-1. Last time they dropped 2 maps against Zeta, but that match didn't really matter, so I think they will just dominate. Now the third place game is really interesting. In the seeding deciders, Pokerface beat Falcons 3-1, but who takes it this time? I think Pokerface can repeat that performance they had against Falcons last time, so I think they will beat Falcons in 5 maps. So these were my predictions for the Korea playoffs. Who do you think wins? Do you have any of your own hot takes? Let me know in the comments. Goodbye and thanks for watching.